my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from, which country, which continent, so to be specific. Guys, in the Middle East, I'm doing fine and all is well. So guys, there is a lot of things that are happening in this YouTube street, and most of it's RocabRera Travels meet and greet, which to me specifically was well, and majority of people turned up. It is something that the naysayers cannot come in everyday life and tell you, because we know of their life. They will always rebuttal and draw negativity towards it. There are a lot of videos going around that it was a flop, but to me, Rocio is getting it fully, getting it so jovial, and Rocio is so happy wherever he is. She is. So this is at the opposite end of what the negative gang or the naysayers expected. No wonder they always come up with twists, turns that are never making sense. So guys, in this video today, we want to deliberate on major specific things. Why RocabRera meet and greets? It's sparking in controversy. Why especially BBTV React went berserk on Rocio, and the irony presented into this. And again, why BBTV decided to go berserk on IAM-Marwa staunch and ardent subscribers and moderators going forward. So guys, if you're coming across this YouTube video and channel for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. My loyal subscriber, may God bless you together. So let's dive in. My YouTube picture. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So let's dive in, lest we forget. RocabRera London meet and greet has sent jitters along the spines of the naysayers, and now the same naysayers are uttering venoms and verbiage. And the irony in their vexation is that they are now claiming that the meet and greet that Rocio was urging for was a flop. But on the other hand, they are still castigating Rocio receiving gift from the people Rocio organized the meet and greet. So this is irony. If they are saying that the meet and greet that Rocio organized was a flop that never happened, why on the other hand BBTV decides to stroll and castigate Rocio of receiving gift? You know, this is the great lies, and it's the great irony that presented in this kind of a reaction by BBTV, because there is no way you can still complain that it was a flop, yet people turned up with a gift, and it's also the basis of that gift that you are coming up with your videos and vexation castigating Rocio. So which means at the backdrop of the successful meet and greet is the reasons for your vexation. Now you want to term it, and you guys are saying it was a flop. So which way? You know, these people are so confused. They will never understand even their own vexation. So long as anything negative and printable is thrown into the frail, so long as the spanner is thrown into the works, you don't know which kind of bolter or center bolt is supposed to be fixed or unfixed. They unfix everything. They don't understand themselves where they are going. Huh? They don't know. And this is the problem that we're speaking about. Perhaps let's listen to this video.
No, you have never. You always wait for people to dash you something, send you gonjo for your child from America. Anything your baby have is a gift. When have you gone to buy baby something for yourself and be happy? I saw somebody arguing there that, oh, she have a baby trolley that she bought in Argentina. She was using it, a very good one. Which good baby trolley? That nonsense garbage she bought? She bought it second hand in Facebook. That nonsense thing. The way that in fact the breeze in Argentina nearly took this boy away. How do you guys? I don't want to talk about it again. I don't want, because all those things it doesn't make anything. It doesn't add anything to my life.
He will grow in this because it's like a 4 years old size. But so cute. Look how cute. Pajamas. London pajamas. Mi Toto. London pajamas. Now I cannot name Maisha. Maisha is mi Toto now. Someone told me that mi Toto in the language it was not a very good word, so but for us it's a different.
Let me leave it safe. I'm not interested. That is where she was opening the gift. I don't know whether I should go and play.
Boxing with it.
Wait, whether I should go and play where she was in that her nonsense meet and greet. Should I even play it? No, I will not play it, but I will just talk about it. In the nonsense, I was waiting to see Argentinian people. I didn't.
That is the video that Rocio decided.
Can you imagine?
Thus, Black Beauty has decided to go berserk on Rocio, simply because Rocio was given a gift and received. Therefore, she's asking particular kind of questions that you've just understood. There's no need of me to repeat them. But there is one thing that the naysayers don't know, even at one point, and they always receive gift, and nobody has come to ask them the same question. These are the people, if you try ask them the same question, therefore, they will come in to rant, to abuse you. Are you there? So that is the irony and the paradox and the confusion that is presented with this kind of a reaction going forward. So I want to bring Black Beauty into speed or to abreast so that you get to know there are things that people don't know. And especially, I want to address BBT. BBT, there is what we call the social capital. This social capital normally is being built when you're building your brand. And you work on yourself to create a brand, both in your association with the like-minded people and with your audience. You grow up with the audience so that they get to know you. You know? So, these are the people, sometimes amongst your friends or amongst your peers. There's always networking. There's always meeting your friends. Either to bridge up the gap, be it social, be it economic, and be it anything that can improve your life. It's based on a social capital. You know, some people will make friends just because they want to improve the economic service. It is just because of those friends who will either later come to uplift you or you uplift them because of your social capital or social network. That's why there is always this saying that your social construct, it's your social net worth, which is very nice. We have majority of people who just live a simple life back at home or anywhere in this universe. They don't work, they're just noble. But there are greater things that are being done on their name. There are greater things that are being done just because they have been seen. These are the entertainment, these are socialites. These are the people who do the product promotions and brand marketing. You know, that their name must be tagged on other things. So there is a lot of social responsibility tagged on their name that will make people to go a particular way. Because of the influence they have, there's that in of the capital that coming in. So this capital itself, whether we call it social capital, is not free. When an entertainer, a musician, a socialite, or a comedian goes somewhere or is being tagged to go and give a product promotion, which means his whole life revolves around that kind of a product. So it is not a free capital. It's a social capital that is out of a hard work. It's a social capital that is made out of social branding and a social network, hence social capital. So anytime you see IAM-Marwas, you see Rocio in this picture, that is getting that kind of gift, it has come out of a hard work. At one point, I had to tell people that these monies that you see the people from the West are throwing left and right and giving people, it is not out of sympathy, it's not out of pity, but it's out of rewarding a hard work. It is out of seeing somebody who's from grass to grace, that this somebody needs an uplift. It is not only in African setup that people normally do charity just because we have sympathized with somebody's situation. That one does not work with the West. The West want to see, even if you're not getting enough, but there is an element of hard work in you, therefore they will reward that hard work. Even though somebody might not like you, somebody also might not like the race, but because the hard work that you're putting in and you're achieving other things, that is what is supposed to be rewarded. But it is the thinking of BBTV because of the distance, because of the background that we were taught to reward sympathy. Are you there? Therefore, if anybody rewards somebody who's just a hard work, therefore somebody will look at the race that this guy is a white, ought not to be rewarded. Oh, this guy is African, therefore we need to reward this guy. Oh, this guy is a pauper, or this guy is living beyond the abyss of the poverty, so he or she needs to be rewarded. No, it doesn't work that one in the West. The mere hard work in you that you exhibit, that people see that when these people are catapulted with the resources that they need, and these people can make it from grass to grace, or these people can reach at a pedestal that majority of people will look up to them. So they are inspiration to them. That's why there is such kind
guys,
of...
General Harris, you should be ashamed wherever you are. You are always hiding, always bringing complaint. You know, Ciso, since you know that Salvador is coming to London. You see them, they are hiding, they are running kitty kata. You cannot even welcome the child. You have been shouting, wah, 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 mitoto, mitoto, mitoto. Only to type and abuse people on comment section. Shame on you. See how God disgrace you back to back. You cannot even go and check how the boy is doing your mitoto. Shameless. In fact, shame on you, Geneto, Gener, Aristotle. Shame on you. Hey, even that one, is it the Judy whatsoever? Is she in London? I beg you people should correct me. I don't know where she is. No, I don't think she's there. But let me face Janet Harris. Even this Winnie Bola, I don't know if Winnie Bola yesterday. So there is nothing in that her London nonsense street meet. She met them on the street. That's what I want to tell you. And Janeto Harris was never there. Always, even when Agama Lizard was in London, that woman, Janet Harris, she's only on the internet to fight for. When you see somebody is hiding like that, hey, something is wrong somewhere. When Agama Lizard was in London, she never come out to come and show herself and meet Agama Lizard. Now, Rocio or Salvador came to London. Janet Harris, the head woman of the Marwas, is nowhere
went ahead to attack IAM-Marwa's ardent supporters and moderators. That is after attacking Rocio. And this one includes Judy Moyo, Janet Harris, and Winball, calling them the unprintables. So if you listened to that video alone, you will like, really? So this one begs the question, what has Judy Moyo, Winball, and Janet Harris done to Black Beauty? Is such kind of a rant and calling them the unprintables really warranted for? You know, it's a projection that somebody was not brought up well. It's a projection that somebody is either suffering from mental illness or somebody is suffering from low self-esteem, and they always take refuge from calling people names because it would be their joy if they bring other people down or make other people feel so bad. So this is the only projection and the meaning of it. Perhaps let's listen to the demeanor. Video. You could see the authoritativeness and ruthlessness on how these people were attacked, and for what reason. And that alone begs the question, because I've just told you the background of the parenting itself was so poor. It shows. And let me tell you one thing, BBTV, if you don't know anything, the caliber of Judy Moyo, Janet Harris, and Winball cannot take any other kind of criticism, whether positive, from anyone who hasn't built anything in his life or in her life. So whether you coming in with anything positive, they will never partake that kind of a meal with you. They will never, over. Because have you ever seen them doing videos? Have you ever seen their faces in videos? Then what's really warranted you to attack them? And that kind of a rant itself begs two questions. What makes BBTV things that Rocio has not met the Judy Moyo, has not met Winball, has not met Janet Harris? What makes you feel? Because other people don't like the cameras. Other people don't like to come in the limelight. They will just see them on their Google handle. Others don't even have the photos in their Google handle. And that's the fact. So it begs the question that it's either the upbringing of other people was not fully done. So it's a failure of their parental upbringing them itself. Question number 2. Must they be drawn to a camera so that BBTV or the naysayer could have a look that actually Eda Dimwango, IAM-Marwa, and Rocio met these people? What is the real problem? What is the real problem? You know, it is something that you haven't seen. Then you come talking of it. You come and parade your baggy mouth, vexing on things that you are not aware of. Okay, what would be the sole benefit to you and your family if at all you see Janet Harris? What would be so benefit to you when you see Judy Moyo and you see Winball? And the kind of the name that you're calling these people itself really points one thing, that you are leading a life that's full of untold suffering. So you are just bitter in your life going forward. You know? So BBT rants is targeting those who are so beneficial and those who are within the ranks of IAM-Marwa. She never likes who is challenging her. And she will ever calls you name or baptize you a name if you ever dare call her to book or challenge her, or if you ever declassify her verbiage vexation. So what I know, she dislikes Judy Moyo, Janet Harris, and Winball because these people don't tolerate her nonsense, because these people always block and rebuttal her verbiage big time. You know? So it is a reflection. It is a reflection. It is a reflection of BBT's low life. It is a reflection of the bitterness that BBT at one point were locked or were blocked from IAM-Marwa's vexations. You know, the BBTV never like when IAM-Marwas are being supported. Never likes. You know, so Rocio, Dimwango, and IAM-Marwa have got nothing to explain to prove that actually she met these people. All that is important. These are the people behind IAM-Marwas and the closest ranks. And these are the people behind IAM-Marwa social capital. And this is what BBTV has decided to go berserk against and attack them big time. I want to tell you, BBTV, your bitterness, we don't need it. Your bitterness should be channeled towards your low life. Your bitterness should be channeled to the time that you wasted for never to develop yourself. Therefore, you just want you're just bitter with everybody in life. Just the other day, Mr. Fruit was dealing with you a blow. Therefore, you want to attack everybody in this street. Why can't you restrict yourself to your own self? And this is why I'm telling you that nobody will take you serious. Any criticism from anybody, whether it's negative or positive criticism from anybody who hasn't built anything in her life or his life, should never be taken anywhere. Therefore, the IAM-Marwas, the Dimwangos, the Rocio, the Judy Moyos, the Janet Harris, and the Winnie Ball will never take you serious, and will never take any kind of criticism from you whatsoever, because you can't fit their shoes. You can't even tie their shoelaces. Guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is Senior.